Hello folks and welcome back to Parkitect. We are on Victoria Lake here. We have a few goals that need to be satisfied. We have to have 300 guests in our park, no loan debt, have an optional 100 and 200, which both need to be done obviously before we can do the 300, so that's not a big deal. And then complete everything by year 2, September of year 2. So we are in January of year 1. Let's take a look at our park here. We have this lake and lots of area around it. Now what we're going to start doing here, I think, is we're going to put in a little food court over here, depending on what we have. So we have burgers, hot dogs, soft drinks. Okay, we're good on that front. And then taking a look at our rides, we're a little sparse on the non-thrilling rides. Ooh, we have a top scan. Yeah. So we have some other fun stuff there. And then we're kind of light on coasters as well, but at least we have a wooden coaster to keep us company here. Now, what I'm going to look at here is I generally like to keep guests kind of located in a central spot as opposed to being able to have access to this entire lake. I'm actually going to remove some of this pathway here so that they can't get to the whole thing. Because primarily I'm going to build a little bit in this area and then I'm going to build out in this area here. I think it's going to be the main goal of where I'm going to be at. And then we'll deal with any of the water stuff later, the lake and all that. Do we have any water rides? Oh, we have paddle boats. Okay. So we have some basic stuff here. Let's go in and first we'll start off with our pathway here, and we're just going to go in and remove all of this. And I'll zoom out so we don't have to follow it all the way around, but we're just getting rid of all this. We can always put the stuff back in later. There's a nice flat area back there with no trees. It looks like it's going to be a beauty to build in, but I don't know if we'll actually have the time or need to go all the way back there. And then this pathway here, again, I like things relatively simple in this game, so I'm not going to go crazy with making sure that's all set in there, and then we'll figure out what's happening from that next. So we have a couple of basic things we need to look at here. I think the food court's going to be the main thing we need to do. We also need to put in a staff residence, and then from there we will go in and do a couple of other things to kind of get the initial pieces started here. So let's start off by getting our, we'll do burgers. So we're going to put burgers in, and actually I'm going to have this set back a little bit, just because I think having it off the kind of main pathway there is a little bit nicer. Not really super necessary, but I think it looks just a little bit nicer, and that's what I'm going to do here. So we're just going to set this area up here with a whole bunch of stuff, and we're basically going to take it all the way across here, building everything that we have all the way across, like so. And then we'll go in and do something like that. I'm actually going to remove that part because we're going to build in some other things with that. Well, we have those connected, and now we can build in our walls. So let's take a look and see what type of walls we have. Look at the general structures we have here already. It's a really nice entrance. So let's take a look here. I don't want to build any castle stuff, I don't think. I like this style, so I think we're going to go with that for right now. So we'll build that on, and then we can build the rest of this. And we'll cover up some of these other areas, like so. And then as far as the openings here go, I think we'll do something like this. And we'll have that come all the way across. And now you can see you kind of have a dedicated little area there for that. And what we're going to do as well is we're going to put on a little roof area here. So come up, up and up, and then it'll be a flat area on the top. Not going to go crazy with it. So that looks fine. We'll go with our roofing. And this one here, I'm just going to leave it as default colors right now, because I am really not good at making things in colors in this game. The default color scheme seems fine to me for right now, so we're just going to go with it. Eventually, I'll have to get better at making things actually look nice, but today is not that day. And then we're going to add in our fountain, or not fountains, our borders here to kind of just finish up the look and feel of this initial section. So do that. We'll do the same along the back here. And then we need a half slope. 1 and 2. 1 and 2. And I guess I should have put a border here as well. So we got those. Is it a beautiful building? No. Does it look fine? Yes. And that's all I'm really concerned about right now. And then we should also have our staff room set up there. And we can put in our walls on that as well. And we've already spent a whole bunch of money and we've gotten nothing of value for the park itself yet. And that's okay because we will very shortly recoup all of this and make something that looks nice. But we first just need to hide the ugly parts from our guest. And we're just going to have this one go the other way, I think. So another roofing structure here. And what I might do is join those in together so that we kind of have this continuous roof so it looks like it's all part of one building instead of two separate buildings that were kind of afterthoughts of each other. So let's see what that looks like here. 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah, look at that. That looks way better. And then we'll get rid of those sections there. And I think that looks really nice. Get rid of that, and we'll get rid of that as well, and then we'll go back over into our borders. And we'll do something like this, and then we just need our half slope. And look at that. It looks like we knew what we were doing a little bit here. I do need to kind of do something with that path there. Let's see. Do we have doors? We do actually have doors we can put in. I'm not going to worry about that right now. I think we're going to leave that as is for right now. And if it decides that it's a really ugly factor, like we can go in here and see if decoration-wise, yeah, see, they hate that they can see the visible employee path. It's just wild to me, but that it influences the game so much. So we're going to have to, we'll get rid of these borders here. And we're just going to add on our decorations to get rid of that particular spot so that we don't have to deal with people being upset about an employee path. The horror of that possibility. Alright, and then they won't be able to see anymore after that. I don't know why I'm putting on that, but I am. And let's see. Have those. That one can go away. And then we'll put on our roof and then borders. And we should be ready to go with this part of what we need to do. Alright, so I have that. We'll go up to our borders. And then we can actually get to the fun part of this game where we start building rides. Because right now we have not done anything super fun. We're just doing the kind of initial groundwork to get this started. Alright, we have that. Why are we below ground? I don't know. What did I do here? I don't know what I hit to do that, so I'm going to have to go in here. Oh, I toggled underground. Okay, there we go. Have that part figured out. And now we're going to have this pathway come on out this way. Same with this. And then we can bring that up. I still need to add on some other stuff here, but for our beginning stages, that's fine. We have this open area over here, and we have another open area right in this area. I need to add a fence going around that employee path so that, again, they don't hate us. So let's just go in, find our fences. Find the big wall, there it is. There we go. And nobody is the wiser. Now we can go in. Let's take a look here. I like wipeouts. I think they're cool. So I'm going to put a wipeout in this area. I'll probably put a carousel somewhere down here. And just trying to spread out some of the love with the rides. So I'm going to do something like that. Our pathway for the line itself. I'm just going to keep it as... We'll do sidewalk slabs. When I select the right thing, that is. We'll go sidewalk slabs. We have that. Alright, that's all well and good. Again, this is me being a crazy person and changing every aspect of the rides just to make sure it fits with what I think it needs to be. And then we will put in some walls here. Let's leave it as the default color there because it's not too bad. We'll do something like that. And I'm just assuming if umbrellas are kind of one of the default things that we have in this park, that we're probably going to be running into some rain here. So I want to avoid any problems down the road here and just get those built fairly quickly. All right, we have that. We're going to build this up mainly because this ride has some height to it. So we're just going to add in some corner pieces to give it some height itself. And then we can add on. Alright, we have that. And I think we're just going to go real basic with the roof here. We have these guys. I think that's all we're going to do. It's just this corner piece. I guess we're going to have to put a border on this as well. The borders really add a lot nicer of a look to the overall thing. Like the design itself just makes everything look so much better. It's weird how much of an impact it has, but it really does have an impact on the overall final design here. And we're going to bring this one up here too. And we're going to go back to that corner piece. That's going to... Nope, not there. And... Okay, even though it's not the exact right color, that's okay. And then we need borders. And I think we're just going to go with the grayish border, even though that totally contrasts with the inside color that we have for the supports there. I don't care. I wish I could drag borders. That would be nice. And also not when I randomly rotate them without meaning to. Okay, that's all well and good. That I'm happy with. We'll open that one up. We've spent $6,000 and we have one ride. We're going to get a Ferris wheel in here, and I think the Ferris wheel is going to just exist right at the end of this pathway because I think that will look nice. So we'll put it in there like so. The exit there. And then this is just going to... No. There we go. All right, $2, 60 seconds, wait for full load, every 30 minutes, open that up, and then I don't like these little supports here, so we're gonna hide those with some walls. I could use a fence or something as well, but I'm gonna kind of just do this little. I think it's gonna look like a retaining wall almost. So it doesn't really do much, but it makes it look slightly more realistic than what it would otherwise. So we have one of each ride type in, but we do not have a main coaster. Oh, we actually have a train that we could put on this one too. I'm probably going to add on some more thrilling stuff here too, but I do want to get a coaster in here. So we'll build a station somewhere in here. It'll head out this way and then kind of come back. I don't really know what I want to do with that quite yet. And that's okay. We'll figure it out here in just a second. But let's go in here. We're going to have that come up too. Let's see what type of trains are we running here. I think we're going to go with the set of 2. I think this is going to be more of a twister style. Alright. Okay, let me back this up. We'll build it over. I'm going to build this a little bigger than necessary, and we can trim this down when we get to it, but I think this is what I want to do. If I can get away with this, I'll be really happy. Okay, so I can't do that, but this station's also too long. No, don't want to do that. Just looking at what we have here as our options. And then our brake run's going to have to be over this way, which is fine. Why can't I go up higher? What do you mean it's already occupied? No, it's not. Alright, whatever. Let's see, what's our max height? It's 10. A lot of this game is just playing with how big you want things to be. Alright, so I really dig that double layered kind of rose bowl type thing. That looks neat. And this coaster is going to be absolutely flying through a lot of this, which is awesome. Get that. It's gonna run it in there, but if I go straight and then can I get away with going underneath that? I don't think so. What we're gonna have to do is drop this and bring it back through here, which hopefully shouldn't be too big of a deal. go. So then I'm going to just turn it back around here, and somehow try to finish this off. I might actually just bring this station out straight. We'll find out. Not sure what I want to do with this quite yet. Alright, let's say we want this one to go down. And we want this one to flatten out here. Maybe a little less on the curve. Okay. Then we can have this come back up slightly. Is that going to run? And that's going to run into that spot there. So then we should be able to have that do its thing. Then we can put in some block breaks. And somehow get that back to where it's supposed to be. We'll find out. I'm not real sure about the ending of this. I feel like I'm going to have to modify a whole bunch, but we'll see what happens here. If I can get this, yeah, see, we're running there. But otherwise, that was a good plan. All right, so let's go back here and modify. Nope, not all that. Just let me build where I want to build, game, and we'll get along just fine. All right. So let me remove that part. Okay, it's going to be a pain in the butt. That's fine. I think right here we can bring it into a brake run. So we'll block break it. We're going to trim that speed no matter what. We'll bring that down to there, and then we'll add on our station. Cool. And then we should be able to drop that down. See, it's almost like I knew what I was doing. So we'll put our exit there. I'm going to rebuild that entrance here. I probably could have put a block in there as well, but I don't really see the need. This thing's working just fine. There we go. Comes into the brake run, and then we go into the station. Cool. So let's take a look at this. We'll test that out. And I suppose we're going to unpause this game and actually start playing it here in just a second. But let's go in and finish off the rest of this very quickly here. So we have a little food court area. And then we're going to put on the rest of this. And I guess I should probably hire some staff at some point here as well. And I need to build a station for this eventually, but I need to make sure it's actually going to be a good ride before we do that. So let's just add on the last pieces here. What lamps do they have originally put in? Okay, so we're going to continue that theming just in this area, and then we kind of can let it go a bit. Alright, so right, we have that. And then we'll get our trash cans in. All right. Last pieces that we need to do, hire a couple of our janitors, need to hire a hauler, and then the mechanic. And real quick, while I do that, I should also set a zone here for a hauler. This is the area. No. Let's redraw all of that. Go away, zone 1. I don't want you. Alright, that's going to be zone 1. And our hauler, Irma Jimenez, or whatever, is going to live there. Our park should be open. And we have our first guest coming through. And while we're looking at that, we can also look at our roller coaster here, making sure it does what we want it to do. I usually don't do coaster lift hills on the angles or anything, and this is stopping right now just because there's a train waiting to go through the brake run, which is fine. He's through the brake run, and now go with the first drop into a turn, and we're going to fly up. Not doing anything too intensely right now. A little bit more on there. We have a lot more speed going through that second part of that thing. We'll come out and pop up. Go underneath a little head chopper there. We'll go through here. Twist around here. That little turn is going to be some nice laterals. And then we'll pop up into the brakes to go through. We still have plenty of speed when we end that ride, which is kind of cool. And let's see, what are our ratings on this? We're still waiting for new ones for some reason. Alright. Yeah, the duration says it's just 1 second, which we know is not correct. So, I don't know why it takes so long to get results in. There we go, okay. So, we're going to pause the game real fast. What do we want to call this? We're going to call it Timberwolf. Am I great at naming coasters? No. No, I'm not, but that's fine. So, let's see. It's 1 minute and 2 seconds long, which means that we want the maintenance interval here to there. There we go. It's going to wait for full, and it's going to wait for 30 seconds no matter what. And this ride should now be opened. I just need to add on and build the paths for it. So that's just going to come down. Oh, that's right. We're at this weird height. So we'll do that. This one. We'll do something like this. Alright, and then we can have a little queue exist right next to that. There. Alright, that looks good. We'll build up the buildings for it. Timberwolf kind of feels like it should have a little bit more of a metal opening here, so this is gonna be, I'm gonna make it a 2-tiered building. So we'll start off with our first area of that building. Then it's gonna be half wall heights to get us up. Alright, we can have a door opening right there. We'll have another one farther up for the increased height entrance. And yeah, I'm not going to let a lot of this ride be seen, at least the line area for what's going on there. And I need to figure out what I want to do with the roof part of this. So I think I might just do a regular slope wall like this. And then we'll go over into our roofing. But instead of that color, let's just make it kind of a brownish. Alright, that looks good. And then we need to do something with the Q area here. So I think we're going to do the same general roofing shape, but I need to have some type of wall that makes a little bit more sense there. So let's go up. I think we're going to do something like this. Alright, we have that. We'll go with just the lower slope roof just to have some different lines on there. And then we'll finish that off with a little bit flatter of a roof line there. And then we can go into roofs, find our pieces that we had there. They're not painted like I want, so I have to go back and change the color. And this one as well needs to have that color and match. Alright, I'm cool with that. And then in borders, we'll... What's this color? That looks okay. We'll go with that. So that will be the full slope going up. And then we need the half slope for this. There we go. Okay. That's good enough. So we have the rides opened. We have things being delivered and people flooding into the park, which is always nice to see. We should probably play with our research as well. Okay, it's set the thrill rides, that's fine. We'll increase the funding for that a little bit. And after we get the next one, we'll go in and try to change that over to coasters and get some more in that world as well. Alright, so we should probably put a carousel in here somewhere. Maybe we'll nestle that in next to our coaster. Something like that, and then other parts of that built on there. $2. Minutes. 60 and fall. I wish there was a way to set those as default, so like, hey, like this is what I want every time, no matter what. But it doesn't seem to be a thing. Add on some of the pieces that make our park look just a little bit nicer. Now what would have been smart is I could have incorporated some stuff down here, like in this area. I could have incorporated some additional things as far as like, I mean, I guess there's food not far away, but bathrooms and those types of things we have. Alright, so we hit our 100 guest limit already, which is excellent. We actually upped to very high because we put this roller coaster or some rides in right next to it. And one thing I really, really dislike is the scenery here. I need to make sure. I want to get out of that. Just bring in scenery, and I want to get rid of some of these trees that exist underneath large structural elements here. I don't want those there. So what were our goals here again? To have 300 in there with no loan debt. Do I have loan debts right now? No. Okay. So we're doing just fine as far as that goes. Oh, we actually get more terrain unlocks, so we can open up this whole area. Also unlocks apparently once we have more people in the park, which seems completely unnecessary to me, but that's cool. I'm okay with more people getting a chance to enjoy our park. Maybe we'll put a spiral slide in here. Alright, that's fine. Ooh, look at that. We have some vandalism going on. Why do we have vandalism going on? What's the matter? There are no high intensity rides. Okay. I don't want go-karts. That's not what I'm looking for. Alright, so we want coasters. But this means that we're going to need to hire some security guards. Because people are not doing what they're supposed to. And I'm also going to hire one additional mechanic to take care of those issues there. And let's see, what can we do to solve the high intensity problem? I don't think there's a whole lot we can do right now. So we're going to speed the park up here a little bit. Hopefully make a little bit of money, because we're not going to be able to do much of anything here without this park starting to produce some cash for us. Alright, we have go-karts, that's all well and good. I don't really care about that. I would much prefer a higher intensity ride, but we don't have that. And this one's only medium intensity, okay. I guess I could have curved these a little less to bump up the intensity a bit, but I didn't do that. But this is a very nice looking little entrance area here. It's not really built up at all, but at least that area is kind of ugly. That transition right there is a little ugly. I apologize. And the color there is off. But this coaster, I'm happy with it. It does what it's supposed to do. Our ride comes in. We have people going on it. It's a relatively attractive coaster to people, and should do what we need it to do. So that one comes in. The other one's already on the lift hill. Timing on that's really nice. We are still losing money, but we are getting to the point where we have people coming to the park and doing what we need to do here. So happy with that. Probably going to jack up the price of some of this stuff here a little bit, because we're only making 50 cents. Let's bump that up to $3. So now we're making $2 on that. Now we're going to bump fries. What's our fry costs? So we're only making that. Nah, it's going to cost $3. So now we're making even more money on that. And a burger at an amusement park is never going to cost that. We're going to make that more valuable for us. Same with the umbrellas. They're going to be more like $4. Alright, so we're good with that. We're not making any money right now, but we're also spending a lot of money on research. So if we got rid of our research, we'd be profitable. So I'm not super concerned about that quite yet. Again, we can always take out a loan if we need to, but we're getting there. People are coming to the park, except for this guy who left. Did you spend any money? You spent $8. Okay. Whatever. We have another one who's leaving. Oh, you got banned because you were being mean. You at least spent $4.50 on something, so that's good. But yeah, we do want to make sure we take care of the people causing us problems. Come on, we know it's a coaster. Oh, I don't want a bobsled coaster. Alright. So I'm switching that back to thrill rides because bobsled coaster just doesn't make sense here. And what are our guests thinking overall? So, a lot of people are not happy with the lack of high intensity rides. So we're probably, let's build another coaster here that's going to be higher intensity. What that's going to mean though is that we're going to need to take out a loan, which is going to be a little bit of a problem for us long term, but that's okay. We're going to go with $12,000. You can see how much interest rates. These are only, that's 0.3 difference, but it makes up a significant amount of money. So Bank Forward, thank you for offering me 2 of the exact same loan. We're going to take that one at the lower interest rate. We'll pause the game here real fast. We're going to go in and we're going to build just a nasty coaster. That's hopefully just going to be easy to build. Well, actually, let's go all the way back here. And we're going to make this a little bit more traditional. See, these trees are just stupid. I don't like that it does that. And then when you remove them, so if I go over into Alright, so let's go back here. See, I can't remove that because it's not on my property, but it still influences stuff, which I'm not a huge fan of. Alright, this is going to be just an out and back coaster with some rougher transitions maybe. So that dropped all the way down from 13.5. Something like that. And then we're just gonna drop that bad boy back down. Like that. I think we're gonna do a double up. So I'll do that, shorten that out, and then we'll do that again into a bigger drop. I'm just going to put a block break in here. Completely unnecessary, but I just want to, this is going to kind of mark the transition here. So instead of being out and back at this point, we're going to go into a slight twister section. We're going to very gently curve this initial drop. Three and a half. Nah, it's too much, so we'll do something like that. And that's going to be a brake run, I think. S-bend there, and then one last block brake. So this should be able to run. I'm only going to have this run 2 trains, I think, but that we could run more is exciting. This is going to be white supports, and I think we'll leave the rest of it as is. The trains, let's go with a bluish style. And how's that still medium? Alright, let's just test it and see what happens here. We're also going to increase that chain lift speed. Should get a lot of nice floater air over some of these sections here. And if this winds up causing us problems where that brake run really ruins any of that stuff, we might just take that out. Yeah, that's kind of a dumb brake run at the end there. I'm not super thrilled with my decision on that one. So we might back this area out here and just come up to that final brake run. Yeah, we're going to have to fix that, so let's go ahead and pause the game again. We'll do some construction. Alright, so build that. Alright, that should bump us up here a good amount. And then we'll try another double down with one really quick little bunny hill up. We're so close. Okay, let's go in here and adjust some of this stuff. So we're going to have that flatten out immediately at the top. That part needs to just go straight there. So we're going to do that at 20. And then this one, yeah, we're going to go like that. Let's see. All right, let's also back out of here. And we're going to just do something stupid. Because why not? Alright, we'll do that. Alright, there we go. Look it, we got it high. We got it high. There we go. Okay, I'm cool with that. We have that. We're just going to call this White Fang because that's what I do with all my coasters, is I recycle names. That's great. The duration's only 40 seconds, so that bad boy needs to leave after 20. And your minimum wait time is 15. That's fine. We'll add on our lines here. And then we'll make something. There we go. Okay, that bush is going to need to go. And as far as walls go, I think we're going to repeat this guy here. So we'll have that one and that one. We'll build our walls out. So we got something like that. And then we can I guess these are actually going to be half walls there, but let me get the doorways for those in place. And then we can put on this section. And we'll have that go most of the way around. And by most of the way, I mean all of the way. I might play with how this roof looks here in a second. So if we do that, and then maybe have it come, not thrilled with that idea, never mind. So this one needs to curve up into it. And then I guess we'll just have a flat roof, maybe, I don't know. I didn't really think this far out for this one. So let's go back over to walls. Get these pieces in place. Yeah, and I guess we're just gonna continue this going across here. And then the only difference for this one will be that this wall piece will continue. And then we'll have this go. This is not a beautiful building by any means. I'm gonna do something different with that, I think. So the wall's initially going to curve up from right there, and then we will have that. We'll go with our roofs, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we'll have just our flat roof. Oh, the color picker on this game drives me crazy half the time. It does not work the way I want it to. Is that the right color? Nope. Is that the right color? That's gonna be it for now, I don't care. And it needs to stop randomly rotating on me. I think what I'm going to do is just have this curve in there like so. And we'll just build the walls going across. And hope that it looks somewhat okay. So I need my curve pieces. 1 and 2, and then we're going to put in a new roof piece. Cool. Alright. Whatever. Yep, that's going to be what it is. We're going to open that up. This is a significantly more exciting ride. So this one's going to be more like $8. And we need to recoup some of that money that we spent there from not having any high intensity rides. So we have that. Alright. And we also are going to close this particular area of the pathway off so that it's only guests who are on that ride. Alright, so we can see that that is taking a fair number of people on board. They don't seem to mind the pricing, so that's good. This area right there is just brutal. But that's what they wanted. They wanted a higher intensity ride, so I gave it to them. Oh, gosh, that's not good. Like if that were a real coaster, that would not be a fun part of that ride. But for this one, that's what they wanted, so we're gonna keep it, and that's apparently what we've decided on here. We have plenty of people coming in. Again, I can't get rid of that tree, so there's just this giant opening there, which drives me crazy. And research-wise, there we go. We got that. So now we have this whole area of the park is just opened up to us. There's a mansion over here somewhere. Where did that come from? I don't remember seeing that at all before. The only problem with this coaster is we've kind of eliminated that half of this. So if we wanted to expand, we can kind of build a path over the coaster and have it go there. What are people thinking about this ride? It's awesome, too intense for them, 73% satisfaction. Yeah, we're gonna, that's good. We should be able to recoup our money relatively quick here and go for it from there. We just need to see this money thing start to go positive. It looks like we have plenty of people starting to pop into the park now. Yeah, everybody wants to go on Wayfang. Which is fine with me. And this ride cycles through people pretty quick as well, so the only problem we're going to have is we're going to start running people out of money because they're going to go on this and then they're going to be out of cash. But our goal right now is twofold. We have to get enough people in the park, but we also have to be able to finance all the things that we need to do. So it's going to be a little bit of a balancing act, but since we've built that coaster, I haven't seen anybody leaving the park. We see lots of people coming in, which is fantastic. And that news of a nearby park closing, drawing more people to us, also really helped. So we are in the process of making some cash here. And once we have some of that cash printed, we should be in good shape. You can see we're making $400 this is a week or a month? I don't know what it is, but that's fine. So we're making our cash. We have our first person leaving. Let's see, what did you think? You only spent $9. You've already had enough of the park. You were there for 23 minutes. What did you do? Oh, you just went to the carousel and Ferris wheel. I don't blame you. That's bad choices. That's if you only like gentle rides, this is not the park for you. Great, we have the bobsled coaster. Woohoo. I'm dumping another ride somewhere over here. There we go. We've completed our goal of having at least that many people in our park. And now we can start repaying our loan here. So let's go with $6,000, which will chop our monthly payments in half. We need another $6,000 to satisfy all of the parts of this. Oh, we do have to have no loan debt. Okay, so that's fine. Now we just need to make some cash, and we should be in good shape to get rid of this park and finish up the scenario here. So what we could do, and again, this is dumb, but you see that this one's 1.6 and this one's that, so we're going to take this loan out and we're going to use that loan to repay this loan, because our 126 payment is now, when I repay the $3,000 on this, is now 96. It's a small difference, but it's a difference. And we're also going to bump back our spending on research here by a good bit, because we just want to pay off our loan, and then we'll have this satisfied. Is this ride still drawing people? Look, it's still drawing people. It's still drawing lots of people, actually. We're doing pretty good with that one. It's pretty much full lines, at least for the time being. Our satisfaction is 84% on that ride, which is awesome. 72 there. 77. 75. 76. And we're at 79. Okay. So we're doing what we need to do here. This line is just beautiful. What are our stats here? What's the max we can make on this bad boy? So our max revenue on this was that. It cost us $6,800 to build, and we're maxing out at $2,200 a month. So if we can do that, this ride will have paid for itself pretty quickly, and we'll be able to bring back our investment there pretty fast. So now it's just a matter of making sure that we keep our numbers up. We are losing a few people here and there. Like this person was in the park for 13 minutes. They spent $24. Again, they look like they're only on... Oh, they went on White Fang. Interesting. So they went on White Fang and then the carousel and then decided that was it. That was it. They had enough. We're dumping a new janitor there. This is not really that sickening of a ride, is it? No low nausea, and we still have people barfing. Okay. And what are our overall guest thoughts now? White Fang was awesome. They want to go on Timberwolf. Timberwolf is awesome. I want to go on White Fang. Okay, so our biggest money makers are our two most popular rides, which is great. We're going to continue paying that loan off. We're down to $80 a month payments. We have a couple more people leaving our park. So you were there for all of 7 minutes. You went on that. Oh, you got banned. You came in with a bad attitude right out of the gate. Good job. And I just love that we are close to maximizing these out, because every time one of these trains leaves, it's just hundreds of dollars in our pocket. So as we keep cycling people and getting them in there, we'll keep printing money and doing what we need to do. I don't know why I like paying them off in $1,000 increments, but that's what I do. You can see we're at just about 1,000. There's a train loading on there now, and it just goes up so quickly with this. We're making $1,500 a month now, so we should have this paid off pretty quickly here. Only $4,000 left. We're only in September year 1. We still have a whole year, to meet our goals. We're actually increasing slowly, but we are increasing the number of guests in our park. And yeah, we're doing good. So I'm just interested to see when people come into the park, is the first thing they do is go right to White Fang or no? Let's see, what's your deal? You were there for 34 minutes. You spent $51. You did White Fang twice. You're broke. Yeah, you are. And a bus, excuse me. I love when buses drop just groups of people off, especially for rides that are not the best. So, the experience. That ride's crazy. It's not going to be one of the best ones for what we need, but that's okay. It is high intensity. We probably actually want to flip this over to some calm rides and get some of those in there, since we seem to have a lot of guests who enjoy our calm rides. Minus the carousel. Oh, the carousel has the line. This one has a line. I'm pretty happy right now. I think we have the right number of rides for the number of people in our park. We are dropping now our people in the park, but we also shot up like a decent amount of people in almost no time. So we're down to our last $2,500 that we need to pay off. We're going to see some big attrition here with the rain. I'm just guessing there's going to be a lot of people that leave. Maybe I'm wrong about that. You were there. You spent a good amount of money. What are you thinking? You're broke. Good. I'm glad you had a good time at the park. Come back soon. And yeah, it never helps when it rains, because this ride does not have like a line. Like, these trains cycle through so quickly that by the time somebody gets in there, they're already gone again. What's going on with this guy? It's a glowing light. See that? See that guy right there? He has a glass bowl. What the heck is going on? Do you see that? Why does that guy have a glass bowl over his head? I have questions. I have a lot of questions. I didn't build boards around this at all either. Oops. That's okay. Come on, last little bit of money. There's our glass bowl friend. He's sitting right down there. There he goes. Is he going back in the line? Where's he going? That's closed because of that. The experience. If you haven't seen this one yet, let's take a look at it real fast. The experience is this thing. It's bananas. It would have been better just to have waited for that and then built that, and we would have had a spot where our high intensity guests would have liked everything, but that's fine. Oh my, look at the carousel. Control failure. This is like the original Roller Coaster Tycoon, where it just shakes kind of a little bit when it's doing its thing. That's hilarious. And then yeah, I'm really happy with this little park. It's not my best work, and also this amount of land is obscene. Once you beat the scenarios, you get the ability to go in and play them as sandboxes. So this one's probably a lot of fun in sandbox mode. Just getting to kind of do a little bit more with that. But we just need to hurry this game up, pay off our remaining debts, and then we will be done. But we're down to our last $1,000, and as soon as we get that, and I'm just going to be real stingy here, and just every time we get like $100, I'm going to repay. So we're down. Oh, hold on. We were. Okay, so we're down to our last $500. It's cost us $8 a month to finance this loan. And our number of people in the park, even though it says it's going down, has pretty much remained steady the whole time. So here we go. We're repaying our loan. We have completed this, and we are thrilled with what we've done. So we've completed our goals. There it is. and that is Victoria Lake, I think is what it's called here in Parkitect. Let me know if you like this content. Let me know if you want to see anything else, anything Parkitect related or anything else, and I'll catch you in our next video.